ringing up Christopher Browell on now. Let's see what happens.
The Vodafone voicemail service for 07769247196. Please leave a message after the tone. When you finish recording, please hang up or press the hash key for more options.
Yes, hello, Mr. Browell. It's Mr. Hussain here, once again, leaving yourself a message regarding my brother, Mr. Talib Hussain. Today's date is May the 15th, Wednesday, May the 15th at 15:20, and it's now been 281 days that you, the local authority, have come to my house and kidnapped my brother under false allegations and instructed the police to come and collect my brother and arrest me and search the house and taken my brother's passports and abducted my brother. So it's been 281 days, and as you know, I was leaving you daily messages towards the end of March, and subsequently, you know, me and my brother have now lost our care home as a result of your villainous, your organization's villainous and nefarious actions, and to date I have not met my brother. I've only recently, as you know, as you must be aware, I've only recently been made aware of his whereabouts with the clear instructions from the police, implied innuendo that if I go visit my brother there will be consequences to me. I'm quite clear of what's happening here, and so at this moment in time I'm refraining myself because I first of all need to know what legal framework you've used to take my brother, and what legal rights and protections and safeguards I have, because as from my own understanding of how things work, I believe that you're trying to stage events, as you have been doing in the past, to my detriment, and my own personal health and safety is at risk because of your villainous evil actions as a local authority to cover up your own systemic failures. So I'm not satisfied. I've already received thinly veiled threats, let's just say, from the police at the bail, when I answered my bail, that there will be consequences if I go visit my brother. What those consequences are, obviously, is evident to me, that further false allegations are going to be leveled, which can be utilized and leveraged to me and my brother's detriment. Because we're already starting from a situation where there's been already initiated by false allegations that I was neglecting my brother, when the reality was that you, the local authority, were accumulating all the money, all his benefit money, all his money, and sabotaging my caring role under false allegations, and colluding and conspiring with his healthcare professionals, colluding and conspiring with all agencies, the DWP, the Office of the Public Guardian, the courts and tribunals, the Housing Association. You, the local authority, were colluding and conspiring with everybody in order to stage events and sabotage my caring role. That is evident to me, and this is an extension of that. You're now trying to stage events for me to attend the properties to further allegations, false allegations, can be leveled against me. I'm refraining from doing so. All I need to presently know is, under what legal framework have you taken my brother? Because the allegations presently being given to me is that the allegation is guardian neglecting a patient. Well, my brother was not a patient of yours. He was discharged, as you know, as you fully know. He was just discharged from the city mental health team, so he was not a patient. And secondly, I was not a guardian. You had taken that guardianship role, and now you want to hold me accountable for something that you were doing yourself as a local authority. So here we are once again. You know, I'm leaving messages with yourself. You're looking to hide behind the corporate veil when privacy and anonymity don't want to be recorded because you don't want to be held accountable. You want to be relying on your privileged position to state that your lies and deceptions, your villainy and debauchery should be justified because you're a local authority and you're beyond reproach and beyond any recrimination, because you're beyond accountability. That's ultimately what it is. And anything I say and do can be twisted and manipulated, and false allegations can be raised against me because you got a prison cell waiting for me, as you did previously. So no, at this moment in time, I'm being very cautious because you're not acting with openness and transparency. I know where my brother is. I need to know what legal framework you've used to take my brother, because obviously you can't, as presently as it stands, you've taken him without his consent. You've taken him with the purposes of looking to remove the care home that was I was utilizing utilising to facilitate the care services. So I need to know what legal framework that you've used. I need to know who presently is his next of kin and nearest relative, because also in 2018 you attempted to remove me as his nearest relative. Now I want to know what kind of skullduggery and debauchery you've utilised this time to remove me as the nearest relative without there being any formal court process in place. I need to know who his nearest relative is, if not myself, or who his next of kin is, if not myself. These three things I need to clarify before I will even consider visiting my brother. And every day that you're depriving him of his freedom and liberty and depriving me of my freedom and liberties or human rights, there is, as you know, £1 million charge being placed upon you, which I've highlighted previously, and I'll continue to highlight. You can't simply state that you're not willing to pay his care costs, which I've clearly articulated in court of £1 million a week. If you're not willing to pay that, you just can't then subsequently kidnap somebody and murder them, like you did in my mother's case. The world doesn't work according to how your whims and desires. The world works according to truth and justice, which you seem to have perverted. You can't.
Have 15 seconds recording time remaining.
Yes, time is once again getting the better of me, Mr. Browell. I urge you to have this call recording elevated to your senior managers who are hiding behind the corporate veil, looking to hide behind the corporate structure while making decisions as a true decision maker. You're not the decision maker, and neither, I don't believe, Mark Truin is a decision maker.
Your recording time has expired. To leave your message, press 1. To message sent. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.